And I was wondering about this, Rob, that we keep waiting to hear from Aaron. Like, does Aaron want to play? Does he want to come back? And I'm thinking, aren't the Packers the ones in control here?
Well, that's a great point. I would say 48 hours ago, I would have said this is pretty much all Aaron Rodgers' decision. In the last 48 hours since that game ended, I think the Packers do have to look at it and say, is it going to happen here? Is it going to happen with him? Matt LaFleur told us after the game, we'd be crazy not to want him back. And Matt LaFleur obviously is a part of the decision, but he's not the only decision maker. I do think that it's still more Rodgers' call than the Packers, but I think there's probably some conversations being had across town at 1265 Lombardi Avenue discussing that exact thing.
Yeah, because I kept thinking, well, what's he going to cost you? Can you afford Devontae Adams? Is there a part of you that, do you want to go through this again in the offseason or when he shows up at camp or everything else that kind of goes along with him? And do you, if you trade him, let's say to Denver, and you get whatever picks for him, decide what you want to do with Devontae Adams. Can you afford him? I'm just trying to figure out what makes the most sense for the Packers. As much as you say, we can't let Aaron Rodgers walk, this is a organization that's made tough decisions before, and it's still, are you in a rebuild? Or are you just going to reload?
Yeah, I don't know that it's a rebuild except for one position, the quarterback position, if Rodgers doesn't come back. And you heard him say, right, I don't want to be a part of a rebuild. The soundbite that you didn't hear, the question I asked him was, do you think if you do come back that you have enough pieces to make a legitimate run, given the fact that, like you said, Devontae Adams is a free agent, given the fact that they've got all these salary cap constraints? And Rodgers said, I don't know. That's a fair question. Definitely something I've considered. And I know you're asking about it from the Packers standpoint, but from Rodgers' standpoint, even he looks at it like maybe we may not have enough, even if I do come back. So the question is, how big of a rebuild is it? And I think the answer is, in part, how good the next quarterback is or is not.
Is Jordan Love the future quarterback?
He will get a chance to be, but at this point, after 2 seasons, no one can sit here and say for sure that he's the guy. Now, at this point, with Rodgers, I don't know that we could say that either. It was in that 3rd season, you remember, in 2007, when Favre got hurt in that game down in Dallas, and Rodgers played lights out. Almost, they didn't win the game, but they were down big time. And that was the first time I think everybody walked out of there going, okay, I can see why they drafted Rodgers. I can see that there's a chance that he might be the next guy. We've seen Jordan Love, play obviously a full game in Kansas City, play half a game in Detroit in that meaningless regular season finale. And I don't think there's anybody that's willing to say, yeah, I can see it.